Hello everybody, Michael here for Tactica Imperialis with the 500 subscribers Q&A video. Just want to reiterate, thank you again for 500 subscribers. It's an absolutely awesome milestone and I'm really glad that we made it. And thank you to everybody who has put a question in. If your question did not make it, for some reason it got lost in the warp or something, or it just did not appear in my notifications anywhere or something, I have checked my comments box and this is all I can find. So if you did have a question, I do apologize if I don't mention it in this video. But with that said, let's get into it. Not that many, but we shall get on. First question comes from Idic Beer. Absolutely great guy, Nick. His link will be in the description. Go and subscribe to him if you haven't already. If you haven't, then what the heck are you doing? Go and go now. So, his question: with all the points reductions in new codex releases, how cheap do you think a Space Marine will be in 10 years' time? Interesting question. Obviously, we know costs are going down in codices. When I started playing, Space Marines were like 15 points, 18 points maybe. I can't remember exactly. 17 definitely. And now they're 14. They've just, they're dropping, and they're dropping fast. But the question seems to think that Space Marines are going to keep going. There's going to be a point where they're just going to have to stop, level out, maybe even go back up again. Because Space Marines are, and probably always will be, the best generic troops choice in the game per point. Because their stats are the best by far. They have the joint best weapon skill, the joint best ballistic skill, strength, toughness, wounds, I think, good initiative, less attacks than Orcs, but that's fine, a good leadership and an insane save, a decent weapon, and a butt ton of options. There's only so cheap Space Marines can get before everything else looks really overcosted. I'm looking at Fire Warriors, Scouts, Eldar Guardians, all those mid-rangey kind of troops. And to a lesser extent, you can look at Orc Boys and Guardsmen. They can't go much lower. Orcs have to be better than Grots. And they're currently twice the cost. So the lowest an Orc Boy can go is 2, which is never going to happen, to be twice as expensive as a Grot, because he's not 1 point more. Two Grots is not worth 1 Orc. I can tell you that for nothing. So I think Space Marines will bottom out between 10 and 12 points. I think it will be 12, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was 11. 10 is a massive push, and I don't think it will, but I think it will probably be about 12 points. If it goes any lower than that, then Tau, Eldar, and other armies like that look insanely overcosted, overpriced for their abilities. So they either have to be buffed to match Space Marines, or Space Marines' costs have to go back up, or Space Marines have to get nerfed, and we know they're not going to nerf Tactical Marines. So I think it'll be about 12 points, absolute minimum, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it go a tad lower because, well, more Space Marines. You must buy more Space Marines. Yeah, I don't know. But considering everything, I do think it'll probably be about 12 points. Thank you very much for your question, Nidic Beer. Your channel will be in the description. Make sure to go and subscribe. Next question comes from Jim White. What musical instrument do you play, if any? This was because in the Q&A video, I had a music stand behind me. I play trombone. I've been playing that since I was 12. Yeah, I got it when I was in year 7 at school. And he is, well, sorry, I'm looking at another comment at that moment. But yeah, trombone has been my instrument for years. I used to actually play cornet, which is like a miniature trumpet for those who are wondering, because it's not an ice cream cone. Don't laugh. But yeah, we used to play cornet, then my mouth got too big. I'm kind of glad I switched now because cornet parts in the band I played in back home are just insanely high and ridiculous. Even on the low parts for the lower end players, they're still hard, and I don't think I'd be able to do them now, but they're a bit intimidating to look at, especially with that rugby players' fingers rather than piano players' fingers. So I have a trombone and I play in a brass band at home. I've done 2 solos, both jazz swing style solos because that's really my type of music. Unfortunately, I'm not playing here. The concert band has a really bad timing in terms of my schedule, which kind of sucks because it's on a Wednesday and I have French on a Wednesday and I have lab the next day and it's an 8-hour day. It's like I don't want to do this. But I could do it, but it's at a really bad time. And the big band that I went to audition with was like a jazz swing big band that has a twist to it. It's a really awesome band. Unfortunately, for those who speak music, they play bass clef on their trombones, and I play treble clef because I play in a brass band. So I was unable to get in via auditions, which is unfortunate. But if I do want to try again, I will need to learn bass clef again pretty fast. So I play trombone. That is your answer. Thank you very much for your question. Christopher Tucker, did you see the 32K huge announcement for next year for the Orcs? Looks really good, apparently. Honestly, not really. I have seen a couple of details, but I've seen the announcement, but that's about it. I haven't looked into it in great depth. From what I can gather, it's set, obviously, post-heresy. The Imperium is on its knees. I think the Legion Astartes have been separated up into chapters now, and there's a massive, massive Orc war going on. It's just ridiculous. Like, the Xenos are coming in force to try and crush what's left of the Imperium. And that sounds awesome. I've got to say, it does sound really good. I haven't seen enough detail to know. When it comes out, I will talk about it on here because, well, that's what I'll do. It's an Orc thing. And if we can get a copy of the rules, give it a game, we may do a couple of battle reports with it. We shall have to see, though, because no promises. At the moment, I'm fully committed to doing 40k and Age of Sigmar. Kieran is probably going to do more Age of Sigmar than I am, and I'm going to do most of the 40k content. We'll see about it, though. Maybe it will be a good follow-up to Betrayal at Calth, as in we get Betrayal at Calth, one person takes all the Marines, sets them up against Orcs, and we have some fun. We'll have to see. I can't promise anything, but I have seen it, and I think it'll be pretty good because it's Forge World, and Forge World know how to write rules. I really like the 30k rules, so 32k should be pretty good. Thank you very much for your question. And finally, we have Captain Seth. Just about to start my own channel. What helped you to start yours up? Well, I actually made a video about this quite a while ago. It was, oh my God, it was when I had 150 subs, I think I did this video about getting started on YouTube. If you want to go and look at that, it's in the other videos playlist on my channel. If you want to go and look at that, they'll give you a bit more of in-depth advice. But I've now got another year's experience on me pretty much. So my advice hasn't changed all that much, but a few things you should definitely do. Get things that you enjoy. Not just what you're good at, but that you enjoy. I really now enjoy painting, and so I may bring you some more painting videos when I get more models to paint. At the moment, I'm just trawling through Orcs after Orcs after Orcs. I've got a Green Tide to paint, and I've got 88 out of 115 done, but I'm not finished. So when that's finished, we're going to have a massive showcase, and then when I get some new stuff, we will maybe do some painting tutorials on those models. I'm really enjoying painting right now. I'm not playing, so my tactical knowledge is a bit off it at the moment. So tactic isn't something I'm doing at the moment, but do what you enjoy, do what you're enjoying at the time, and if you start a series, finish it, whatever you do. Like, I've had a couple of series get going, and then I've had to stop them because I just couldn't get content for them. We had a campaign that we tried to do, didn't work. We had a Dawn of War 2 playthrough. I actually taken that video down because we only got through episode 1, and then unfortunately couldn't get any future videos done. So yeah, it's definitely whatever you start, stick to. Do battle reports. Battle reports are the most popular videos out there, although I found that lore videos do pretty well as well. My lore videos are some of my most popular, as are news videos, but they're a little bit difficult to keep up with, particularly with the current release schedule. So battle reports, if you enjoy the lore, do lore videos. Painting videos probably go down quite well. Codex analysis, not so much. Codex reviews, you have to be really on point with a codex. Because if you leave it too long, people have already seen reviews and played against it. They already kind of know how it works. So maybe not codex reviews, but then again, it's something I've always done. And the other thing is work with other YouTubers. This community is fantastic. The YouTube community for wargaming is brilliant. There are so many good people on here, on both sides of the pond. Here in the UK, there's Eidik Beer, Commissar Warwick, Moorhammer, myself, Striking Scorpion. There are some fantastic YouTubers over here. And across the pond, of course, you have Mini Wargamer J. I think Wargamer Sean, he's just hit 500 subscribers like me. We have so many good YouTubers out there, and work with them. We're not horrible people. We're not just people who make videos for you. We're humans. We have personalities. I know I'm a physicist, but I still have a personality. So work with us. Get in touch with us. Try and set up some collaborations. If you want, I offer this to you, Seth, if you're watching. Go to the link in the description, go to our Facebook page or Twitter, send me a private message, and we can set up a collaboration if you want. I'm more than happy to do that for you. I'll also put your channel in the description, so if you want to go and see if Seth's got any content up, go and subscribe, then go for it. Yeah, I think that covers my main advice to getting started. If you want any more, go and check the video I made and the blog article I wrote on Cadian Shock, which is in the description of that video. So that is all there is for this Q&A. If I did miss your question, then I apologize. Or if you missed your chance, then again, sorry about that. I'm sure there'll be a Q&A in future. If you want to, if you have a question that's just popped into your head right now, feel free to leave it in the description of this video, and maybe in future I'll come back to it and do another Q&A type video and another milestone. Maybe I'll refer back to this video. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you again for 500 subscribers. My name is Michael for Tactica Imperialis. I'll see you all again, folks.